Chapter 8. The Supervisor and the Quarry. Paulus and Nikolai had a light breakfast before they left the White Hart coaching inn and set off for Rugelum town. Paulus felt a tingling in his belly sense, an instinctive feeling.
Nikolai, I think we should go directly to the quarry instead of the mayor's office. I can't explain it, but I feel we need to go there first,
Paulus said, and Nikolai nodded in agreement. Paulus had managed to get directions for the quarry from the innkeeper, and after an hour of travelling they reached the outer fence of the stone quarry. The quarry was a deep hole in the middle of the forest, with many workers digging away with pickaxes and loading up carts with stone material. Above the quarry, an old derelict tower of stone cast a long shadow over the workers, and it was amazing to think that this place was once a beautiful garden. Paulus's belly sense was on fire. He could detect magic of all the workers and the old crumbling tower.
"That must be the flipping gaffer over there, right?"
Nikolai said, pointing to the small fat man on a wooden throne being carried around by 4 workers. He was constantly barking orders at the men, who would obey every one of his demands. All of the workers wore white headscarves and orange-dyed tunics, and each had a pendant hanging around their neck.
We must be on our guard, Nikolai. I sense peril here,
Paulus warned.
"Oh, don't worry, mate. I've got Susan ready. Don't flipping worry about that,"
Nikolai said, unsheathing his warhammer. They approached the gates of the quarry, and the fat man had noticed them and instructed his men to carry him to greet the adventurers.
"At last, more workers. Get them a pendant each,"
the man said to one of his underlings as he scampered off.
Dale and Epworth, I presume. We have come to work, not for work for you. We're here for Mayor Johansson's lost messengers,
Paulus exclaimed. Dallin looked surprised and a little worried.
If you haven't come for work, then stop wasting my time. I'm a busy man. I've got lots to do today, and I have to leave early as well, because I need a haircut. Just be off with you. You're wasting my time,"
Epworth said rudely, and as he clapped his hands, signalling for the men to carry him away. Paulus noticed he wore a massive medallion that pulsed with dark magic, and this made Paulus angry.
"Do not test me, you fat buffoon."
And with that, Paulus cast a light spell on the man. Dallin Epworth fell to the ground and was surrounded by a yellow glow, causing the man to writhe in pain. He tried calling out for help, but his men looked on with blank, detached faces.
"Tell me everything, you foul beast,"
Paulus said with anger. And in between cries of anguish, Dallin explained that he was following orders from Lord Meleron, who instructed him to work the men hard for the Shire Red. He was able to do this with his magic medallions, which controlled the minds of the workers, and enabled Epworth to live like a king in the quarry. But worst of all was the revelation of where the magic came from. A wizard was being held captive within the bowels of the old tower, and was being drained of his power to be used against these poor men. Paulus relinquished the light spell, and Nikolai removed the controlling medallion off Epworth's neck, and at once the quarry workers came to their senses and tore off the medallions in disgust, and with anger in their eyes they advanced upon the prone figure of Dallin Epworth.
"I think it's time you left. There seems to be a few people who would like to have a word with you,"
Paulus said, as Dallin scrambled to his feet and began to run, as the beleaguered workers he had abused for so long chased him out of the quarry. One of the workers approached the adventurers.
"My name is Bryce. I was sent here by Mayor Johansson to ask about the stone shipments. But as soon as I got there, I was press-ganged into this slavery, work in the quarry night and day. Thank you so much for saving me."
"My pleasure. You are free now. Please return to Tamworth and tell Mayor Johansson what has happened here,"
said Paulus. Nikolai handed the medallion to Paulus. It was larger than the others, with a black crystal in the centre, with dark text written round the edge.
"This truly is dark magic, Nikolai, and I think also it could be a key,"
Paulus said, as he looked up to the ridge, to the crumbling tower ruin.